breakers, it's boat breakers time, boat breakers, we having fun. Watch the boat breakers, subscribe to the boat breakers, make sure you like the stream. Yay!
That's in your theme song, Pete. I was feeling it.
That was you, that wasn't me. I
No,
don't sing.
isn't that good?
I don't sing. All right, let's see. Let's figure this control studio out once again.
Yeah, it's been a while, so bear with us. It's shaking off the rust a little bit in the beginning of the day, so it's been a while.
Shania is in fact in the building.
I'd love to hear Shania. What's going on?
What's going on here? How laggy are we?
I think we're pretty good. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah. We're good.
All right.
Well, thank you, JoJo.
Yeah, Pete's birthday. He officially turned 21, so he can start legally drinking.
21. I had a shot of life. More life. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, guys.
JoJo. What up? What up, Mike? Oh my God. Got everybody in here. How's everybody doing? Let me fix this guy right here.
Mike, thanks for noticing. Yeah, I moved places, so you get symmetry in videos and on lives now.
No bullet holes?
That's to be determined still. We'll figure that out pretty soon. All right. Audio's good. No lag. How was the cruise? Let me tell you, we're never doing embassy again.
Chill. No, it was an experience. We'll go through almost day by day. Okay.
All covered. Oh yeah, my mom got COVID, Pete, on Princess. She's been battling that. Good to hear that you're recovered though, and you're back on the up and up.
Well, I think Craig got COVID too on MSC. Make sure you throw that in there, huh?
Is that a jacket? No, it's actually a shirt. If you watched our vlogs, other Mike gave us a bunch of custom shirts for the vacation. So I love this design. So thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad too, JoJo. Appreciate it. Wow, we got a buzzing comment section.
Honestly, I really like you guys. I like most of the people in here, except for Kyle.
Oh, can't blame you there. I'm the worst person in here. But yeah. So Pete, you just want to? I guess we'll just start off with all your experience overall, or you want to go day by day?
I want to know what everyone had for dinner. That's my question. I just want to see a few dinners so I get some ideas because the stream really helps me out. So just came back from Austin, Texas, off a diet and fast food. You and dieting. It's time to just eat and have fun.
She's coming up. Wait, no, her cruise passed. Just came back off a diet and fast food. I need to know everything about how was Austin, Texas, Shania. JoJo wants to hear it, Pete. She doesn't want to hear anything else.
Lucky Charms. Okay. I hope you're not kidding because I loved Lucky Charms.
Oh my God, I had pasta salad.
Pie chicken. Ooh, like a homemade one or like the dollar one? I used to eat the dollar ones like it was my middle name.
Dollar Tree Popeyes.
Oh, yeah, hot as balls. Yeah.
Oh man, that's everywhere.
Auntie's
on the scene.
Auntie Neen on the scene.
She changed it. Dollar.
Mike. Mike had a little typo. Homemade.
Is it missing an O or
nachos, not his girl made nachos? I think we need clarification.
Went to a restaurant. You hate to hear it. The worst is trying something new and finding out it's bad. Just like trying a new MSC cruise line.
All right, so let's kick it. So we went to Miami. So we'll go pre. We took a few Ubers here and there. We went to the Versace mansion, and no one spoke English in Miami. I mean, no one. I mean, anywhere we went, it was tough. It's Spanish, so me and Kyle are gonna buy Rosetta Stone. We're gonna start picking up some Spanish. It's probably a really good investment. Had a tuna sandwich. Ooh, it's nice. You chop celery up or pickles or anything? Yeah. So day goes by. We hung out a little late. We drank a little too much, and then We get picked up by an Uber driver. We head to the port, and then this is where Kyle takes over.
Wow, just hand the whole cruise over to me.
I'll take it back over when you get us onto the ship.
Okay, I was gonna just start with honestly, embarkation really smooth. The terminal itself was empty. We showed up like an hour early for our boarding time, and they just let us in, and we were able just to go right through security. The line to get your room key was really long. They took everyone's pictures there, and we were smart and set up our credit cards through the app because a lot of people had to go to guest services to register their credit cards, and the line for guest services was actually insane. So if you do MSC, make sure you use their app beforehand to really speed up your vacation, at least on the first day. I mean, do you want me to go through like the muster station and stuff, Pete? Because I have no problem ripping that apart.
No, because there were some highlights before the muster station. Didn't we eat before the muster station? We ate as soon as we got on, right?
We did eat as soon as we got on.
So we grabbed some food from the buffet, which was packed, but I mean, that's to be expected because we just got on the ship. And I kid you not, everybody lean in, everybody get in close. I was chewing on their roast beef, and for the first time ever in my whole life, I almost choked. I had to throw a finger in my throat and pull because it was like stringy. I've never had this before. I looked at Kyle, I was like, I'm choking, and like I had to pull it out. That was literally the first bite on the ship. And you got that on video too. I don't know if you're gonna throw it in the review, but like he tries to cut it, but it's just like pause, exactly. Pause. It was like rubber. Oh my good. Yeah, no, it was really, really bad. I literally almost choked. I was tearing. And from that point on, I was eating like from the kids station. I was eating like the chicken nuggets and stuff. But yeah, Kyle. Yeah, so we ate. Kyle, how was your food?
Food, I did the same thing with Pete. Got a prime rib, and I think it is in our vlog. It's literally I couldn't cut it. Like it really was just stringy and gross. I really didn't like the food that much. We had seafood risotto, which was pretty good. It was like really
the rice was like rocky, right?
Yeah, it was a little like great. Like it was. It sounds weird to say grainy, but like it was like gross grainy. Now how you doing?
How you doing?
Everything food wise, the first day we weren't impressed. They did have balsamic glazed chicken like thighs and breasts, and those were pretty good. But other than that, I feel like it was okay. And then after that, we headed to the muster station, which is unique on MSC because you have to go to your room. They shut down all services, all the bars, all everything, and make everyone go to their room to watch a safety briefing video. Then you have to call a number, and then after you call that number, they tell you that you have to go in person to a muster station. And then it's the whole ship is just flooded with people trying to get to their muster stations.
No elevators, just stairs, not moving. Like it was almost like a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Also in the embarkation vlog, if you guys saw that, it was disgusting. Everybody was like smelly and sweaty, and it felt like the air conditioning wasn't on in like most parts of the ship. Ooh.
I mean, that's just how the air conditioning was on the ship. It wasn't. It didn't exist. But yeah, it's one of the few cruise lines that still do like in person after COVID, and just not a fan of in person ones. Everyone's grinding up on each other, and they didn't do
it in person though. Like we just had to go check in, but to get to the check in, it took like 30 minutes of like people coughing and stuff.
Literally coughing.
Weird. They didn't show us anything. We just had to know where it was, which seems a little bit redundant with the video we had to watch, the call we had to make.
Yeah. What about wheelchairs? That's a great question because they said
I don't know.
Honestly, no, because they were using the elevators for all the luggage to like go to the rooms. So I really don't know what wheelchairs
I have no idea. It seemed like they'd never done it before, and it was disorganized.
That's
what it seemed like.
Honestly, all the communication on MSC is so bad, and I guess this is fast forwarding a little bit, but like we were a minority. Like American speakers on MSC is a minority. Maybe it's because we were out of Miami, but it was a lot of Italian, a lot of Spanish, some Greek. We met some people from Germany. Some people were from New Zealand. It was just like a lot of people, all international, not that many American cruisers at all.
Yeah, I remember walking up to somebody and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna play with this ball?" And they were like, and they just started speaking French to me, and I was like, whoa, like no one spoke English, like literally no one. The staff barely spoke English too, and the
Really?
announcements would come out in 5 different languages and then English. But like that's another thing. The announcements, anytime they made an announcement, they had to make it in like 5 languages, and it seemed like it was 30 minutes long. Like I was
It
just
was,
listening to a guy talk for 30 minutes just to say like where we are, how many knots we're traveling and stuff.
yeah.
So that got kind of annoying too. I remember going like, "Come on, like just push something to the app,"
That's literally what I just said in my review. Yeah, I kid you not, Mike and I timed it, and it was 15 minutes of just the same announcement in like 6 different languages. It was just like anything, like Pete said, it was just like an email could do, a notification could do. Like this could have been done without a meeting. Like it was just so inefficient the way they like had communications, and their signage is just really bad. Like when we got off to go to an excursion, it literally took us like an extra 20 minutes to navigate the exit because they had exit signs pointed at doors that were literally just staterooms. It wasn't great. It was not a great experience when it comes to communication with MSC.
Thank you, pops. Yeah, you know what, Shania? It really felt like people were like Americans. Like it felt like that. I don't know why it felt like that, but it just felt like we were getting the American touch on that. Because I'm just gonna say it because we're fat. Americans are fat or whatever. But like, I'm not kidding. People on that ship were rude. Like every single day, I encountered like someone that was extremely rude, cutting lines. Like even guys that were like in their 70s were like talking to me like right to my face while like spitting on me almost like because I don't know, they were old and there was like saliva coming out of their mouth when he was like, you can't. And I'm like, you could just, talk to me. You don't have to like scream and spit at me. But the majority of the passengers were extremely rude. And that's nothing they could do. That's just kind of,
I think
I
it's
don't, I don't want to say the clientele. I just want to say it was just, I felt like people were rude. And
yeah, I think it's just a
the
culture.
staff was nice, right?
The staff was great. I mean, I had
I
the
mean,
best room steward I've ever had on any cruise
yeah.
ever.
All right, our room steward, we got lucky. We had the best room steward we've ever had any cruise ever. We went back to him day one. We're like, none of the elevators work. He's like, nothing on the ship works. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, this ship's over capacity. Nothing's gonna work on this cruise. Everything's broken. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy's spitting facts right now.
Yeah. It was like he didn't do any of the PR like BS that any other employee would do. He was just very to the point. There was a bartender that we were talking to, like kind of ranting about the food quality, and he's like, "Yeah, but like all the drinks are unlimited, and like MSC knows their food's not good, but they just get you drunk so you don't care." And honestly, like it's very accurate. Like it was just no BS with the
No BS. Especially since we do what we always tell you guys to do, just tip a little heavy on one guy. We tipped a runner in the club, and my god, every time he saw us, he didn't even ask if we wanted drinks. He just brought them to the point where we're like, no more, we need water. And I started handing water out to everybody. But I also do want to say, Kyle, I don't know if you're going to mention this in your review, but we saw like we were friends with like a bartender, and she like went to the back of the bar, and then like her manager or something just started yelling at her like in front of everyone, and she started turning red, and she looked like she wanted to cry. Which reminds me, we should definitely give that guy a bad review, or however we can help her out, because he like yelled in front of everybody and all the passengers to her face, and we're like, "What happened?" She's like, "He just bullies me." I don't know the ins and outs, but another like unprofessional thing, just to add to the list, I guess. But yeah, anyways, take us to the sail away.
Actually, I was just gonna touch on like just being an American though, real quick. Because Americans like tipping's very common in the Western culture, but not in like pretty much every other part of the world. And I'm gonna say this in their view. The staff would gravitate towards Americans and like treat them a lot better because they knew they were incentivized to give better service to Americans. So like if there was a line of like 20 people at the bar and some people could have been waiting for like 5-10 minutes, we would walk up and immediately get served. And like we get dirty looks from a lot of people because of this, but like we were tipping a very heavy amount, especially to the bar staff, and like they would just take care of us. So if you're an American, it actually plays to your advantage with the staff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one night where we were in the club at 2 a.m. and we were like, we need one more drink. And they shut everything down and people just started screaming at the bartenders. They were laughing. I think it was Craig. Craig held up a $10 bill and they served Craig the last drink of the night. They served Craig and us the last drinks of the night. And everybody's like, and we're like, we threw a $10 bill to the guy. Like, it wasn't even the guy that we were throwing money to. It was just really funny.
I
Let's
forgot about.
balance out the negative with the good. You want to try to
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
a little bit?
yeah, we can definitely do the good. Overall, all right. So Sail Away, as Pete touched on it, I have to give kudos to the DJs. They were the best DJs I've ever heard on any cruise line. Probably, I'm not going to say on land and on sea, but they were some of the best DJs I've definitely heard on a cruise line. Like they were very good. They mixed every genre, every tempo of music. They did like really good transitions. They really know how to pick songs that like the crowd would vibe to. Like they did it all. Like everyone was on the dance floor at the nightclub. If you were old or young, especially if you were young, because they let anybody in. But MSC's music was fantastic. I definitely have to give him kudos for that.
We have a theory also, in case anybody's wondering if we had a theory. No one's probably wondering. But we've spoke to many carnival DJs, and we were told that they're handed a list of music they can play. Now, it doesn't matter how they play it or how they mix it. They have a set music list that they can play from Carnival, the company. It did not seem like that on MSC.
No, there was
It
definitely
didn't
Chris
seem like
Fritz.
that on MSC at all. It seemed like they were playing new, current. Because that was also another problem with Carnival. You really wouldn't hear the absolute current stuff.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah,
There was a song that like just came out like a week prior to the cruise, and it was being played. Like it wasn't
yeah.
like
Different rules.
appropriate. Yeah,
Definitely something different. But I have to agree with Kyle. Best music I've heard. I guess because they had free will. I do have to say though that if you're not a fan of Bad Bunny, this might not be your cruise because they leaned heavily towards Spanish music, and they had Spanish dance classes on the Lido deck, and a lot of Spanish culture stuff, which I don't mind, and I like Bad Bunny, but I mean like they would chant Bad Bunny in the club, even though he just played 3 Bad Bunny songs in a row. But we're in that era of Bad Bunny, so we didn't really mind it. And plus, we love dancing. So,
little Auntie Anine asked a hard hitting question.
oh, DJ Q, it's I don't even know because we like scratching, we like hearing the mixing, we like hearing the skills. That's why we like DJ Q so much. So it's close. To be honest, I don't even know who was DJing on MSC. It was hidden.
Yeah, we never met.
They could have had it plugged into an iPod, a first gen. We have no idea.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with at Carnival. Like they have very. I think DJ Q would probably be a better DJ, but he has to work with like the list that Carnival gives him from corporate. These guys had free range to like drop any curse word, to drop any sort of tempo. Like they were going crazy, and like everyone loved it because it felt like you were on a nightclub, like on land.
Yeah. Also, the club felt like
Thanks, brother.
nightclub with babies in it. I like the nightclub. It was cool. It has like 3 levels. It had a lot of like flashing lights and cool decor. But then there was babies in there also, which was weird, but whatever. Save that for the review. So, music was great. I have to say, and I said this in the tour, one of the most beautiful ships, hands down. Like I don't know who designed it or however, maybe it was in Europe, but just beautiful, gorgeous decor. The restaurants look nice. Like it definitely tops Carnival there. One thing that was weird though, as you get higher up, like past Lido deck, it just started not making sense. Like if you saw my tour, there was like a basketball court with Robotron on the other side with just like a netted rope course. And then like the basketball court, you had to like go up steps, down steps, up steps to get to it. And it was like a 3/4 court. It looked like they forgot to add on stuff at the end. And they just threw everything in there at the end because it was just a mix mosh. But the decor in the ship was gorgeous. Like the pools, the jacuzzis, they were nice.
I think for like the design of the ship, you're not gonna see a ship that looks that good at that price point anywhere. Like the ship was designed beautifully. Like they have crystal staircases. They had just everything. Every decor item was thought down to like the cushion on a bar seat. Like everything was so done. but it was just like it wasn't maintained. I feel like the mustard thing. If you want to talk about that, Pete, like I felt like
Yeah.
the people who designed it took it like hit it out of the park, and then like the staff who has to like clean it and like maintain it just like don't care.
Oh, you're talking about the ketchup, mustard, and mayo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had a ketchup, mustard, mayo brick that was hand activated, right? Every station, they had them everywhere, right? But if you didn't use it for a little bit, it would harden, and then when the next person would go hit it, it would literally shoot out left or shoot right or shoot at the floor. Also, they wanted you. The hand motion was cover the one you want, and there was three. So 1, 2, 3. It was ketchup, mustard, mayo, and ketchup's over here. So if you're a righty, you're like, oh, I have to cover it. You go like this, and you're covering with your forearm. All of them are coming out at the same exact time. And it was just little things like that like they just missed. Like the elevators were always out of order. Always out of order. You press a button and said, sorry, elevator temporarily out of order. And then we started to trick the elevators, remember?
Yeah.
We just get in it and see what it did, and then it would figure itself out, and then we get out of it and then press the number and it would work. There's like tricks to it that we had to learn.
Yeah, there's a lot. Smart elevators are the worst thing. They also have smart elevators, which I think are really just dumb elevators. Because if you've been on any other cruise line with them, you know that all the people are trying to get on that elevator below you. So by the time it gets to your floor, the elevators are jam packed, and like you just have to go to the next one. And then there'd be times where it was so backed up that it would just say cannot deliver an elevator to you. So you had to take the stairs. There was no easy way to navigate.
Most stairs I've taken on any cruise ever in my life, maybe by double.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe by double. But yeah, going back into the negative.
Question. The club looked really nice, huge, but the kids, it wasn't just the first sail away party that they were allowed, and it was all the time. Yeah, so the nightclub, and we've kind of like touched on it, but we'll just definitively say it. They didn't check IDs. There was no security on the ship, by the way. Like, I didn't see a single. There was things that we did that we would have easily got kicked off the cruise ship for that didn't even become an issue because security just doesn't exist on MSC. There was a woman who literally hopped on the bar in the nightclub while drinks were being poured, like on her feet, just jumping up and down to a song. So it was just like, that didn't happen. We were in the casino. Dude was taking his shirt off in the casino, just getting rowdy, like screaming shots. Like everything that you could think of that should get security called on it, like didn't happen.
Mike, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh my God, appreciate that. I'll use that. I'll put that towards renewing my license for the unprovisional. Thank you. W don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. W's in the chat.
So yeah, to retouch on what Kyle said, we would listen to music at like 2 a.m. It wasn't loud. It's the walls were paper thin, and maybe it was a little loud, but we had people bang on our door, and we'd open the door and they just start cursing, and we were like, did you put in a complaint? Like, this is the first time I'm seeing you and you're cursing in our face. Like, did you put in a security complaint? Like, nobody came here and told us to quiet it down. We didn't get a call or nothing. And he's still yapping, and we just closed the door. We're like, all right, well, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then the girl at the bar, just a lot. Like, I can't even imagine what would happen if a fight like broke loose. Like, I didn't see a single security person anywhere.
Yeah, I really just don't think. Anyway, to answer your question, yes, kids are allowed in the nightclub in a very roundabout answer. And it was literally like 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds would be listening to like to a live crew saying, hey, we want some.
Yeah. Also drink sharing. I mean, I didn't with my own eyes, so I'm just gonna disclaimer, I didn't see it, but like, how easy could it be to go grab? Because they were giving you, like, you can say I want 3 shots for myself. They wouldn't ask a question. They bring you 3 shots. You give it to these little kids. I think it's really sketchy. And
yeah, that's a good
what
point.
makes it sketchy, and I never told you this, Kyle, but since we're buddies, I'll tell you now. They had those clubs set up right next to the arcade. They had a 12 to 14 and a 15 to 17 club. Like, what was that? Why did they have those and then also let them hang with the adults at the bar? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I think that's the one thing. Like, you're catering to an American market, you should kind of be more like censored when it comes to that kind of things.
Yeah.
MSC wants to be more like Carnival used to be. Honestly, yeah. Like, there's certain things during the daytime, there really wasn't that many activities. Like we would be struggling to find activities.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Kyle.
What am I waiting? Oh,
Thank you. Oh my God. How do I like it? Thank you.
hold on, I gotta get the. Thank you.
People are just giving us money because we had a terrible time. No, we didn't have a terrible time.
We didn't have a bad time.
But I must say, and keep this away from any children. The alcohol did help. The alcohol helped. We would get up and we were like, "Oh my God, what happened yesterday?" Doesn't matter. Alcohol. Anywho, I did want to talk about something that your father Carmelo said earlier. It almost seemed like a strategy to have bad food to push us to the restaurants because the restaurants were amazing in my opinion. Amazing. When I went to the Butcher 360 and we got the $50 special that came with like an appetizer and it was like deviled eggs with like some stuff in them I'd never seen before, and it was like something with spicy bacon, and then the New York strip that I got was like perfectly cooked. Like their paid for food was great. The sushi was great. The teppanyaki was great. And then their food wasn't great. So it's like, why couldn't the food also be good unless you were trying?
Yeah. Nah, I think when it comes to food, just in general, like there's only 2 restaurants you can eat in for free on MSC. It's the main dining room and the buffet. There's nothing else. I mean, granted, the buffet has like a very wide variety from stuff like burgers to like seafood risotto, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was almost like they want to get you on the ship because they offer the cheapest fares. At least for our cruise in July, it was the cheapest by far. But then you have to pay if you want anytime dining. You have to pay for an upgrade. If you want there,
Jeez, you guys are the best. Thank you. Oh my, get it up there, get it in there. I don't know how to. Thank you. I appreciate you. We gotta do something for donos, like hit that don.
the dono button.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dom.
Pete, everyone's loving it. Happy birthday, Pete. 21's a good age for you, huh?
I'm gonna go out and buy a used Civic off of Carnival. Oh, I messed up the joke. I fucked the joke up. Off of Craigslist. Off of Facebook Market. Hey, is this still available?
People with a question. Do they check your luggage to see if you're bringing a liquor on board?
Oh my God, let me tell a story. I have the funniest story ever. Everybody sit down. Everybody calm down. I have a really funny story. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So so they don't allow liquid of any sort that you can drink in the luggage, right?
Like, let's clarify. That means like Pepto-Bismol. Like,
yeah,
literally anything.
You don't want anything in there per their website, right? So you guys are gonna hate me or you're gonna love me. It's one or the other. But so the day of the cruise, we like to do 5-hour energy drinks because like they're like this big and they contain like 3 coffees. So like at night after dinner, we'll hit it if we want to be a little tired so that we can be awake, right? Not healthy, don't do that, but we do it anyway. So we bought a 10-pack for like $40 because these things are like $3 a piece. And we read the website on the way back after like the package is open and everything. We're like, who's carrying this in? And it says no liquid, no nothing anywhere, right? So I'm kind of like a little sneaky guy. So while we're actually on the live stream, we're live streaming, we're talking to you guys. All right, yeah, you forgot about tax. All right, tax 15% in Miami. So while we're live streaming, all the boys, all the homies, there's 5 of us, their luggage is just wide open because they're trying to pick their outfits for the day, right? So luggage is wide open and everyone's like scrambling and half of the people leave to go get Starbucks. And I start dropping 2 of these 5-hour energy drinks in everybody's luggage and backpacks. So everybody has 5-hour energies in their luggage, in their backpack, and they don't know it except me. And when we get on this ship, somebody finds it's like, how do I have Danny finds it's like, how do I have 5-hour energy here? And I was like, it was me. And he like gets mad. He's like, well, how many did you put in your luggage? I was like, none. They're not allowed. Why would I put any in my luggage? And he starts flipping out. And you know what? All of them made it. luggages weren't opened or anything, and we got all the 5-hour entries on there because of a joke.
I think I think when it comes to like bottles of liquor, don't do it. But if you have like shooters, like if you bring like 20 shooters on and like scatter it through your bag, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right, but we'll test it next time we get on MSC. But yeah, that's the story. I thought it was hilarious because all of them walked right through security and their bags went through security with drinks in their bags that they weren't allowed. But yeah, no,
That's crazy.
no one in the squad partakes. I don't think.
Nah, I don't think anyone smokes weed.
Yeah, no one. Just really dumb with tequila and Hennessy. Yeah. So where were we, Kyle?
I don't know. I'm honestly at the point where I just want to start telling stories, though. Like you
All
just,
right, tell the story.
my mind just went to Kurt. This.
Yeah, we met some interesting Americans actually when we met them.
Yeah, out of like the 1,000 Americans that are actually on board, we met some really cool people. Like, I felt like on Carnival, everyone's cool. On this cruise, it's kind of like more family friendly. A lot of people that you can't speak with because they speak a different language. But the people who were American and literally just there to party. I don't know if that's
They
because
like gravitated towards us too.
yeah. So we would go to the casino bar every night, maybe to gamble, maybe just to drink and hang out, because it was just like one of the. I'm not going to even say it's lively, but it's right over the dueling pianos. They have dueling pianos on board, and it's right above it. And there's a glass, I guess, just like cut out through the floor that you could like listen to and like hear people, and you could like look over and watch. And a lot of people just like gravitate towards the casino bar at night just to like hear the dueling pianos. But we ended up going to the casino bar and just getting rowdy one night. Like, I don't even know what the deal was. We were just like, we want shots. We're going to have some fun. And we were like just really vibing with the bartenders. And the people weren't feeling us at first because we were being like the loud Americans. And I'll totally own up to that. We were the loud Americans without a doubt. But then like slowly but surely, like everyone realized that like we were actually the only ones at the bar, like having fun. Everyone else was like kind of sitting there, just not really talking to anyone. And we were like,
yeah, we were in the casino too. People are screaming when they're hitting in roulette and blackjack. So there is stuff happening.
Yeah, but it's just like at the bar, it's very like tame and chill. Like not that many people were talking to each other, but like the people who would come over to us and just like try to talk to us, like just got included in the group. So eventually we went from like the 5 of us to like 8 of us. So eventually we had like 15 people taking tequila shots at the bar. So much so that they ran out of tequila at one point. And the way the MSC drink package works is there's only up to $10. Like you get your free drink package with the cruise, and it only goes up to $10. And like you don't get high end tequila, like you don't get Patron or anything like that over $10. So you just pay the difference. But eventually we got to the point where we killed all the bottles that were included. So the bartender looked at it, he's like, do you want to get charged for Patron? And this one guy pulls out $100 bill that we like started to befriend on the cruise. And he's like, we just line the bar with shots, hands him $100 bill. And the whole place kind of erupts and goes crazy. The bartender just got tipped $100. So like in his world, that's probably like, I don't know, a couple days worth of salary from Carnival. So everyone's going nuts. And he lines up all Patron shots on the bar. Everyone's taking them. Go ahead.
At this point, we're with 15 people. So every time we want a round of shots, a bottle's gone. a full bottle gets emptied because they have to line up that many shots. And it's kind of funny because every time we do a round of shots, 2 more people come in and go, oh, what's your name? Well, you guys look like fun. And now we have 2 more to the party. Shots again. No one's even... Another thing that MSC does is if you're with 10 people, they only ask you for 2 cards. Right?
For fishing, yeah. You don't have to sign for anything. So
you don't sign for anything. They just ask for 2 cards. It's like they don't ask a lot of questions, but we got to the point where the guy in the yacht club was throwing $100 bill and he said, hurry that shit up. We have somewhere to be. And after we took the shots, we didn't go anywhere. We just stayed there.
And like 5 minutes later, he looks at the bartender. He's like, I'm just kidding. We don't have anywhere to be.
Yeah, we need to. So, yeah, we were making it fun. We did that one night, and then all the boys sat down. Our squad plus 2 of the people we met sat down at the roulette table with $100 each and just sat there for 3-4 hours with $1 chips. It's fun, good time.
It was a good time. We got some things going back. P-Will going on Seaside on August 12th to the 15th, 17th. Don't know if I'm doing their drink package. I'm gonna say if it's not including your drink fare or in your cruise fare, it's super expensive. Like, I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. Because what is it, like $60 a day for like the one we had? Maybe
The
no.
mess. To be honest, I don't even remember because we were like, "Can we upgrade it?" And you can, you can't. There's so much pre-cruise bull crap that I didn't know what the hell. Like, I don't know what I paid for, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would. That's tough. If you think you're gonna drink more than like 8 drinks a day, I'd say get it. If you're not gonna do that, I'd say don't get the drink package and just like you can buy bottles of wine to your room for $20, and then you could sneak on some alcohol. And I would probably lean that way. Is there adult dedicated area? There is an adult dedicated.
We did actually see a lifeguard ask a young girl to leave the pool area that we were in.
Yeah,
So
that
they
was
were enforcing there.
the.
I don't know. They were enforcing at the cool looking pool, but not in the club where there's 2-year-olds taking.
Stop. The adult, but I do have to say the adult pool area. It's an infinity pool that overlooks the back of the ship. It's really nice. It's like the nicest pool on board. So they really did cater to the adults in that sense.
Like I said, the ship was beautiful.
Yeah. Like the features on the ship's cool. It's just like the little things that added up to be like not such a great cruise, but the ship itself has really cool features.
Boat
Do you guys?
Breakers are always fun crew. Yes, you
Yes.
know it. And yeah, it looks rowdy because when you're actually doing it and you're like laughing and you catch like, someone reading a book out of the corner of your eye and they're rolling their eyes, like it's because you're having your type of fun, they're having their type of fun. So
Yeah.
it's however you want to define rowdy.
Yeah. Do you
I
guys
want to talk
go
how
ahead?
big. I want to talk about Mike's dear mom. I drink a bottle of tequila every day for 7 days. Rip me, Mike. I understand that you think you're saying a joke, but I must have had gallons of tequila go through my body, and because we drank in Miami too. We bought like the big bottle. I don't know if mom's allowed to hear all this, but
Oh, no, it's fine.
yeah, I mean it was vacation, and we haven't seen each other in a while. We all moved. Kyle's Philly, I'm Florida, they're New Jersey. It's not a reason to do that, but
It was a reunion party. It was a reunion party, definitely the whole week.
yeah, the whole week was a reunion party with um chicken fingers and fries from the kids station. Holy crap, I ate chicken fingers and fries from the kids station literally anytime I was in that buffet because I was terrified. But those were good. It was like popcorn chicken like at KFC, if you guys remember that. So that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. They did have some good stuff though. They had like lamb one night in the rotisserie area.
Yeah, there were some things. They had they had Greek lamb, like that,
Yeah.
which was really good. I think it's just like they recycled the same food. So like if you had a lamb in the carving station, the next day would be lamb covered in a sauce, and then prime rib. They would do like some sort of Szechuan beef the day after that. It was just like a rotating cycle of what was left
No.
and you can tell.
There's no way we went to sleep before 5 a.m. every single night on that ship. We were ordering room service sandwiches. Oh man, that's another thing. Oh my god! So we could order room service and just give a name, and that person would get charged no matter what. We would order room service to my, Kyle's, and Danny's room and say our buddy Craig or Mike's name because we were in a party like attached. We'd say their name and they'd get charged, no questions. And we were doing it as a joke once in a while, and I'd get it, and I'd look at my bill and I'd be like, "Why'd you guys charge for 20 sandwiches?"
There's also, this is ridiculous. I think we're just at this point, whoever's staying on the live, your family at this point, so we're just gonna go. They can only bring 5 sandwiches per room service order, and we didn't realize this because there's 5 of us. So when you're, after a long day, dinner's at 7 o'clock, you don't eat anything, and then all of a sudden it's
3 a.m. Yeah, 4 in the morning.
You're like, all right, we need food. So we call the first day we called. We're like, hey, what do we want? Like 3 sandwiches each. We haven't eaten. We're just trying to soak up alcohol. So we're like, all right, can we get 15 sandwiches to the room? And the room service person was like, no, you can have 5. So we're like, okay, perfect. We'll have 5 to this room. Hung up, dialed it again. Hey, can we have 5 sandwiches? Hung up, dialed it again. Hey, can we get 5 sandwiches? And then the third time, the lady was like, is this all going to the same? Is this the person who ordered 15 the first time? And we're like, yeah, but you said 5, right? So they ended up coming 3 different times. So we got our sandwiches, but yeah, they should. It's definitely, we played the system. We worked their system way too hard.
Yeah, you literally had to. It was just nonsense. We were able to get the sandwiches by like just finessing.
Yeah.
every night.
And they were $2 a piece though, so like there was no
Sandwiches
free.
were
There is,
$2 a piece. Great
yeah,
sandwiches. They came with like chips. Oh man,
yeah.
or
Do I have
fries.
to say though? There's no food after I think 1 or 2 o'clock. So on Carnival,
Anyway,
like,
just straight up.
4, yeah, like you can't even like even if you wanted to pay for food like a hamburger or something, you can't do it. Like every restaurant, everything is closed, so you have to literally rely on room service after that. So
Yeah.
that was rough.
You guys were bringing plates back from the buffet and just putting them in the fridge though at one
Yeah, we
point.
started like to get wise with it. We were like, instead of paying $30 for sandwiches, can we like just put pasta salad in our like fridge in the room? And that's what we did some nights. Yeah, there's certain tips you could do to like help mitigate costs.
Yeah, yeah. Then we were just like, but they're $2 each, so
No ice cream, no pizza. They would not serve you free ice cream if you were an adult. There is no ice
oh
cream.
no, I paid for ice cream. It was pretty good, but you have to pay for the ice cream there, yeah.
All ice cream is paid for.
Also, the line was ridiculously long because they only opened it for like 2 hours at a time.
Yeah, and it was you had to be served by a person. It was behind a bar, so like
Yeah, this wasn't machines. This was, welcome to Cold Stone. Yeah.
yeah, it was just certain things like that. Like, how much is it to do ice cream? Like every other cruise line does it. Increase your cost by $2 and just give it to everyone.
Not that this probably matters to anybody in the chat, but maybe it does. The arcade was like VR arcade, really high end. Like there were rides you could pay for in the arcade, like VR rides. There's a Formula One racer if you guys are into that. Like really high end arcade, which was kind of unique. But you know what though, Kyle? I wanted to do the Formula One racing, but it was never open. It was only open like the day we came in and we like explored the ship. I never saw it open.
It was open a few times. Like on sea days, it was always open. But like the lines for it were so long because I didn't realize this on board, but they sold passes for all inclusive. Game passes, and those people got priority over like people like us who wanted to like go for a one-time use, and like the lines were just so crazy for it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Given the heavy Euro population, how strong was the Speedo? There's a lot of Speedos. There was some people tanning topless on the islands, like on the private island. You did see some topless tanning.
There was topless tanning on the ship.
There was topless tanning on the ship in some parts, and like people just didn't care. Again, no security to say like cover up or anything. So
Speedos were heavy.
Yeah, I would say like 1 out of 10 probably had a Speedo.
Yeah, so. And it's like you can't really say anything because it's just a different culture. You don't want to be ignorant to a different culture.
Yeah.
It's just what they wear. It's just like a culture shock to us, though. It's like, what the hell is that guy wearing? But it is what it is. Kyle could probably answer that. He was the only one that got off the ship.
What? How did you like Ocean K? Ocean K was cool. There was we'll do a whole video on it. So I did like a walkthrough of it. It was really pretty. The bar service. Back to the bar. The bartenders are hilarious there. The people who they have staff just on the island that live there full time. Like they have contracts instead of working on ships. They just work on the island. So they work, I don't know how hard, but it was cool. They had the light show on the lighthouse. The whole lighthouse that you see is LED outside. So they do like a really cool light show when you're leaving. And then they do a dance party on the beach. The food, the lines were super long to get food. They did have like food trucks, but those closed pretty early in the day. Like I think they were closed by 2. So you have to go to the buffet, and the line was super long for the buffet. The ocean, crystal clear. They had like a little bay on the inside of the island that like flowed in, and it was beautiful. Like they had a filter, so like fish didn't get in, but some baby jellyfish would get in. So a lot of people did get stung by those. Like I got stung a couple times, but it didn't really leave a mark or anything. It was just ouch, move on with your day. The ocean was really rocky. Like people, if they didn't have shoes, you weren't going in that ocean. But it was cool. The Ocean K was probably one of the nicer private islands I've been on. And it's just for the island itself, it was just beautiful. I think it's definitely not on par with like Royals, but it's nicer than any Carnival private island, definitely.
Your mom said, can you ever see yourself sailing on MSC again?
Absolutely not, unless I do yacht club. That's my personal answer.
Give given it the unique situation of the Boat Breakers channel, we're really trying to push to go on something different every single time we hit a cruise ship. But if you're just talking like in general, I don't see myself cruising with them again. That was the best ship, and it was a good ship, like I said, but there's just too much baggage with the ship. And
Yeah.
again, there's culture shock or whatever you want to call it. That was it, and food wasn't good. And it's almost like I didn't go on like a lot of the amenities. I didn't go to the water park. I didn't go on Robotron. So for my style, I mean, yeah, the club was great, but
Yeah. Literally, what our day consisted of was wake up, get food, kill time until the casino bar and the club, and that's it. Like they didn't have comedy shows. Like they had a comedy show every now and then, but they didn't have dedicated comedy shows every night.
Kyle,
What?
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did I go ahead? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
We met like this violinist who was one of the best performers on any cruise ship that I've ever seen, and Pete like hung out with this guy and like really got to know him.
He was so cool. Yeah, I love this guy. But yeah, Kyle, tell them to also answer your mom's question. We were in Puerto Rico next to the celebration, and tell them what all of our squad was talking about.
Oh yeah, all right. So the celebration and the Seascape had maybe 2 ports in common, so we like got it to the same ports twice. And on the second time, we were like, "How much would you pay right now to be able to get on the ship and switch ships?" Like,
even if there's only 2 days left.
Yeah, like we had 4 days left on the Seascape, and we're like, even if they have 2 days left on the celebration, would you go right now? And we were like, absolutely, I'd pay like $500 right now to hop on this the celebration.
Well, that should also give you an answer. Like we would look over at the Carnival ships like this. Again, we're trying. Like I'm going on Royal. Kyle's gonna try to hit Celebrity or Virgin, and then we're gonna try to do Margarita. We're trying different things, but it's hard not to compare, you know?
Yeah, I mean, cruise line's definitely gonna offer something unique. MSC is good for the people who are heavy drinkers who like want to see a pretty ship and want to party at night. Like it could be definitely viewed as like a Virgin fan base, like Virgin, same kind of crowd, but I just think Virgin has way better food, and it's just a cheap all-inclusive resort is how I would kind of compare it to, and not a good all-inclusive resort.
Yeah, no one did the Vomitron. It was $10 to do it, and it just like they said there was an easy, medium, and hard, but like it was not a ride. It was like, let's see if we can hurt people almost. Like it just looked disgusting when I looked. When I was looking at it, I was like, hell no. Hell no. Also, we didn't see it on too often.
Nah, I feel like that not that many people were adventurous. Auntie Neen's going on the Scarlet Lady next week.
Oh, let us know. Definitely let us know about how the alcohol works there. You're paying for every single one. That's kind of like what was holding us back a little bit. Even though
let us know your bar tab at the end of the cruise, because
we're not alcoholics, so it was holding us back a little.
I mean, yeah, the fact that it's pay as you go, that one hurts a little bit.
Yeah, because of course they're gonna make a ton of money off of me.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like checking my report every day, you know?
It's also cool though, because I don't know how I feel about it. They don't have a buffet. Like there's no buffets on Virgin too.
But they have grab and go.
Yeah, they have grab and go. And I feel like the food quality is just incredible. So I'm curious.
Oh, 400 onboard credit. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, all right. So that'll get you like maybe 3 days that'll get you 3 days, I think.
All right. Yeah. Schwerd.
The only redeeming thing about Margaritaville is that the MDR food is worth going to. Honestly, good to know, because right now, and this is for anyone who's curious, they're doing a BOGO sale until literally, I think it's the end of tonight.
Buy one, get one. Yeah, 13 hours it said, like when we were looking at it.
Yeah, so we might have to book that today, actually. It's like, it was $200 for me and Pete to go on an Ocean View, like in the middle of December.
And buy one, get one, right? That means you pay for your sailing, the person going for free. Yeah,
exactly. So for like us going on a 3 day, let me be very clear, 3 day cruise, it was $100 per person. So we're actually losing money, probably not going on that ship.
Facts.
He's a walking liver, not a functioning walking liver, but he's a liver, right?
Hey, Mike, listen here, man. I be doing my thing. Like, I'll drink water at the end of the night. I make sure that I haven't drank since. Like, no, that's a lie. I don't know. Yeah, maybe, probably.
That $200 included the port fees. It was cheap, Mike.
Yeah.
I think Royal Caribbean smaller ships and Virgin. Well, Pete's trying a big Royal Caribbean ship, so curious to see what he thinks of that because we have pretty similar tastes.
I mean, I'm gonna be trying stuff out too. I might hit the spa. I'm going to do like their VIP cabanas and stuff. We'll get off.
He's
I'm
got
gonna go the luxurious route just for content. See
Yeah.
if it's worth it or not. Usually, it's in my opinion. Usually, it's not, but I'm gonna test it.
That's cool. I mean,
Except Yacht Club. Yacht Club had their own elevator, their own restaurant, their own two restaurants.
For what?
The Yacht Club
on MSC?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely do Yacht Club. That's the only reason I'd get on MSC again. Is just because some of the people we met who had Yacht Club spoke so highly of it. Like they legitimately have a pillow bar where your room steward comes and lets you your butler. Sorry, not a room steward.
Butler
comes, gives you each firmness of each pillow you could potentially have, and just says how many do you want and which one do you want. Like there's lobster in the buffet a couple days. Like it's just like it's such a different experience from like what a normal passenger experienced on MSC. Would you do the Prima? I would definitely do the Prima. It's
we were this close to getting on the Maiden Prima.
Yeah,
this close because it was on like Halloween. But like I was like PTO'd out of my mind. I had like 25 days of PTO, and it was like I was talking to Kyle. We were trying to figure out how we can get on it, and it was out of New York actually the first sailing.
Yeah.
We were close to getting on that. What's weird is we were going to get on that and the Venezia, and we didn't do either.
No. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Maybe try a Yacht Club on. Like
that's a good idea.
That's not a bad idea. I was looking at like a 4-dayer for like $900 with Yacht Club. Oh, by the way, the premium drink package is included on Yacht Club, so that's also worth noting.
Oh yeah, definitely as far as price goes, because how much does that cost? It
was like $500, $600 probably just for that. So like a 4-day cruise with that, and then you get all the amenities of Yacht Club for $900. I didn't feel like it was a bad price. I would be down to try that, honestly, Pete. We should probably do that.
I got it. Mike, save it, man. You could have got some ice cream on MSC with that. Video is awesome. You can cut to your experiences while you're take and do voiceovers. That would be badass. Yeah, so I'll just touch on that for 1 minute. Kyle, if you got the time.
Sure, yeah.
Let me heart that. Can you throw that up, Kyle?
Oh, yeah, my bad. That's dead.
So the video was awesome. If you could cut to your experience while doing voiceovers, that would be badass. I'm not sure if you're talking about the tour, but for the tour, if you saw when I showed the main atrium, I cut to like a crazy 70s party. I was like, atrium looks empty right now because we're in port. And then I cut to a crazy, crazy 70 party where it was like stacked. People were like so packed in here having fun. Great party, by the way. We have seen though lately that our longer videos don't do as well as like our medium length videos. So like we did the celebration for 45-minute tour, and then we redid the celebration because it didn't look like it was getting traction. And Kyle redid it. What was it? 15 minutes?
Yeah, it was like a 15-minute video.
15 minutes, and then it like blew up. The celebration tour blew up. So I was trying to keep the time down, but I will try to do that more. It's such a good way to show the ship, like you're touring it and you're like, this is what can happen here. It's just I don't want to make these videos too chunky where people don't want to watch them,
Yeah. I mean, that's like when you guys watch videos, and since we have people in here, when you guys watch videos, like what's your sweet spot? Like if you see a video that's like 20 minutes long, you click on that, or you think it's too long, like what's your go-to video length? Like for us, it seems like it's 13 to 15 minutes.
He has a good point though, Kyle. If you read his last comment, you could just cut away and show some of the videos during, like you could show some of our funny videos that aren't making it. It's like almost like bloopers or something that's not making it.
Yeah. We could definitely
maybe we'll try to get like 5 videos for you guys for next Tuesday ready.
Yeah.
I have some videos, some funny ones.
Yeah, I have some good ones too, honestly. So.
Oh my God. maybe we don't. Yeah, we're gonna have to be careful, because
Yeah.
sometimes we just start recording when the whole. We went into the business. We were exploring the ship when we were drunk, and we went into the business center and just opened it, and it was big tables with TVs in there. It was just open, and and then we just started laughing and we left.
For example, just grumpy people at the bar and Flash just having a clip of like people's faces.
Good idea. Also, it's a good idea when we're actually cruising to this could hit the live stream. So.
You do want the cruise lines to like you. Nah, honestly, we don't care what cruise lines think because we're not sponsored. We don't care. We just care about really just being honest with people who watch us. Like we have an allegiance to our followers, not to anybody that's at a corporate desk.
Yeah. We have some things we'd like to say, but we also can't say.
Yeah, there's certain things that we won't say that's off the rails, but like...
No, I'll tell you after the stream what I'm talking about, Kyle.
Oh, okay.
Starts with L.
Nope. Just nope.
Yeah. So we got 4 minutes left. Does anybody have? All right, I got an idea. I am going to get a random number generator from 1 to 50.
You can just write a number down. You don't even have to.
Yeah, you think I got a pen over here? What do you think?
Do you have a cellular device by any chance that you've been playing sounds off of?
I got a pen, Kyle. Hold up.
All right. So what we're gonna want to do, and this is what I'm thinking, you're gonna want nice. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is there's some shirts that we ordered that Pete is so generously wearing right now to model for you guys.
We're going to try to give away a shirt during every live stream. So I'll give away one.
I don't know about
for the next 3 live streams. We have large shirts.
You just have to be a size large, basically.
And I will mail it to you from my address so you know where I live. Okay. All right, so the number is going to be 1 through 50. Everybody get their fingers on the keyboard. And we're just going to – it's the only fair way to do it because we love all you guys, but we don't have – how many people are in here? 17 shirts. I'm just kidding. There's 15, though.
Okay.
So, Kyle, do you have a number?
I don't need a shirt. Actually, yeah, I do. I kind of lost mine. So.
Okay, I see your face. Okay, I know the number.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so you could just write the number right now in the chat.
Go crazy. Write the number. First person that gets the number will get the shirt.
Oh, man.
Maybe 50 was too high.
50 is definitely too high. I mean, if no one gets it on the first round.
I mean, we're just letting people run the numbers, though. As fast as you can type. Yeah.
As fast as you can type. Just everyone, 1 through 50, go.
If I miss it, I'm going to feel like a jerk.
Yeah, my dad said -3. It has to be that. It's 1 through 50, not anything else.
17.
900? Over 9,000, maybe?
Nothing yet.
17.
All right, I'll start giving hints.
Is it second half of 25 through 50 or first half?
It's 2 digits.
Okay, so eliminating 9 numbers. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
0, 1.
No one's gotten it yet. That's crazy.
Is it?
It's after the number 20.
Oh. 2 digits.
Don got it.
Who got it?
31.
1?
31.
Boom. All right, so you're going to be so gracious.
31, baby. And I know he got our email because he's won stuff before.
All right. So that's it for this week's giveaway, I guess.
Email us an address you want to send to. If you want me to send it to the CVS next to you so I don't have your address, that's fine too. But yeah, Mike won a shirt too. So Mike will be getting a shirt too. But I'm not trying to get Mike's business out, but he's a 3XL. He's 6'9".
Wait, I thought he was 6'6".
I don't know. I'm just
Just throwing
he's
6'9" out there.
too tall to stand next to me. So 31 is the number. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's 8.
Mike said, yeah, no kidding. No one gets 31 earlier. Nice. He definitely said 31.
So this is what the front of the shirt looks like, in case you haven't seen it. And this is what a wedgie looks like. This is the back shirt looks like. Oh, yeah. Let me go grab the little one real quick. Kyle, take us out.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Well, as we wait for Dusty, thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, we are back. Sorry for the short hiatus, but life's been crazy. And now we're just waiting on Dusty to shake his little butt for us. So thank you guys. You need to sell those shirts. If you guys are interested in buying the shirts, I mean, they're super expensive for us to make. We don't have any of that fun stuff to make them ourselves. So we have a couple larges. We have a couple larges laying around. So if you're a size large, we're going to be giving them out throughout the course of the next couple weeks. We need some boat breaker vinyls. I actually have my vinyls right to the left of me. Right to the left of me. Two Socks, thank you guys for coming in. It was a good catch up. Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in. And if you didn't know, Dusty has a sibling now who is not camera trained yet.
He's not camera trained. His name is Jersey. Look how long he is.
You named him Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Let me hear you say that again in here. Yeah, he's getting big. His name's Jersey for obvious reasons. Come on, speak in here. Speak in here. Let me get a little meow.
Aim the camera down. We got to see him.
Here we go. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm a little bloated, so don't look.
Wait, no Dusty today. Just we're over Dusty.
He's being thick again.
Being heavy.
Put me down, dummy. I'm not. He will cut. No, I'm serious. He will. He will cut. And he's very annoying at night. Thank you guys for hanging out with us once again. We love everybody in here. We'll get you guys the shirts. Don't forget to email us 31. We know who you are. Thank you for the donations. I'm sure Kyle said all this. And see you next week. And look for Kyle's video on Thursday. It's going to have a lot of stuff in there. I'm
going to be ripping MSC apart. So enjoy our review. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we're back. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.